Okay, hi everyone. We're on episode 6 of FAF, Frequently Asked Friday. So, just a quick update on what we've been up to and some new stuff that's just come out in Azure. Let's start with Adam. It's going to be a quick one today. Adam, what's new in your world this week? What have you been up to?
Yeah, so I've mainly been working on some Azure DevOps bits for a customer this week. Sort of a lot of DevOps pipelines and sort of deploying code and managing that for them. But something I've been sort of keeping an eye on this week as well is the Microsoft Build conference.
Excellent.
So that's been going on this week. A lot of news about AI and Copilot, so sort of as expected in the
Mm,
world at the moment.
hmm
But some really interesting stuff with sort of hardware actually, with sort of new Surface devices and ARM devices actually as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, with sort of dedicated hardware for Copilot and for AI features, and a lot of new AI features coming to Windows that are going to be
Okay.
able to take advantage of that hardware. So I think there's some new tools and things that will literally track everything you do on your PC, and you can sort of scroll back through it as a history.
Oh, God. Okay.
I think
Great.
there's been a couple of privacy concerns about that from both consumers and companies, so it'll
Wow.
be interesting to see that sort of released into the wild.
Good for security,
I
though. You can
think
see what people have been up to.
Yeah, definitely, but I think there's a lot of concerns about where that data is going to be processed
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
um, and how that's going to be handled. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see that one play out sort of over the next couple of months.
Fair enough.
Another sort of thing is the new Surface devices and sort of how they're using AI to optimize battery life and make them a lot more efficient. So they
Nice.
were demoing some ARM devices for that as well. So sort of going a similar way to Apple at the minute with the Surface devices, sort of making a transition
Oh,
to more ARM-based devices,
all right.
which I don't know if you've ever used an ARM-based Windows device and test, but in my experience, they've not been too great in the
Yeah,
past. So
I looked at that when the Surface, I think it was the Surface X Pro or something came out. I can't remember what it's called.
yeah,
But there's a
a
load
few
of
years
stuff you
ago.
can't do in it. You can't install Visual Studio, for example. You couldn't install a lot of things on there. You could only just use like the Windows Store apps and stuff. I mean, might have changed by now, but yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bother with
Yeah,
that. Stick to my
I
Pro,
think
Surface Pro.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more mature than it
Yeah,
was,
good.
and I think the sort of a bit of an emulation layer going on there, but it's not quite as sleek and
Yeah,
doesn't work as well as what they have on sort of the Apple side of things.
yeah.
So
Maybe for our
it'll
use, it'll be good for somebody, but
yeah
some
yeah
people
I think
obviously, but
for development and sort of power
yeah,
users, it's maybe
yeah,
not quite there yet.
exactly.
I mean, it's definitely there in terms of battery life and sort of
Yes.
optimization, sort of web use, using AI and Copilot and things like that. It's brilliant for that, and it's really power efficient. So
Nice.
really interesting devices, but it'll be interesting to see where they take it and sort of how they grow that over the next couple of months, couple of years, really. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the main things I've been looking at this week. What about you, Mitesh? What have you been getting up to?
Yeah, so one of the days, I can't remember which day it was now, it's gone really fast. It's been a really busy week. So we had our first webinar, which was on the Azure cost saving, which was fun to do actually. I was expecting one or two people to turn up. We had about 15 people, 18 registered. A couple of people couldn't join at the time, so they were still interested. And so we've edited that and put it on our YouTube channel, so the whole thing is there. So we had some kind of 30, 45 minutes packed full of information on cloud cost savings and a bonus thing on the end about, database optimization as well, which is really important. Um, Speaking of our YouTube channel, I hope you've all subscribed. Maybe, I don't know. I've also uploaded the talk that I did a couple of weeks ago at the South Coast user group. So we did an Azure Copilot demo there. Now I think that's improving daily. You can see it on build. They're doing a lot of things on Azure Copilot. So that's probably changed since I put on there anyway, but it gives you a good idea on what it's for and how it works. So there's some links to the actual video demo within the video. So it's kind of like Inception. So you can watch that demonstration and then also click on the link to the video that I show inside there. It'll just be a bit clearer. Other things have been helping a customer with their cost reduction, doing some housekeeping. updating their designs to put new application gateways in, new app services, and a migration from VM SQL to Azure MySQL flexible database, using web apps and auto scaling, VNet integration, NAT gateways, and all kinds of stuff. So we're looking to move into the build phase for that in the next week or so, to just help them reduce costs and improve performance and reliability as well. So yeah, looking forward to see how that develops, and yeah, it's going to be a good one. And I think we've been mainly busy with that this week. And oh, the other new thing I looked at, again as part of build, I think it came out, is with the change tracking. So there is a really good change tracking option. If you look under your portal and look at change tracking, you'll see the old one, which is still good, and there's a preview version as well. So I was having a little play with that. So I'll do a little demo video of that and just show what that is, so people can see how useful that is. So you can see if anybody's made any changes to your Azure environment, you can go into there and take a look. So I made some changes to a web app, and I could see the exact changes I made, when I made them, where they were made, and those kind of things, and gives you the actual. I think it's bicep. It looks like bicep. It might be in terms of arm. I didn't look at it in great detail. I just looked at the settings themselves. So it gives you a lot of good detail for that as well. So yeah, it's been a good week, and still lots to catch up on build as well. So yeah,
Definitely.
that's it. So anything else from you, Adam?
No, I don't
No?
think so. Apart
All
from
right.
everybody should subscribe down below.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Thanks all. Thanks for watching that short episode of FAF, and see you next week. Cheers.